Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Coffee. I'm your host, the one and only Damonya Jones. I'm so happy to bring my podcast to life. This has really been a dream of mine, just making this reality. For Coffee, I really just want you guys just to be fulfilled, have this as a source to be connected with. We're going to get personal, we're going to feel some vibes. And I have my special guest host, Kierra Usher. Hey girl.
Hi friend. Thank you for having me as your first guest.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't do it with nobody else. But let's take a cheers first to the first episode. Yes, ma'am. So Kierra, can you please just tell everybody a little bit about yourself? Kierra is a good friend of mine. We actually met at a film festival in LA like a year ago, but it's crazy because it feels like I've been friends with you for like so long, and everything. So can you just tell everybody just a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Kierra Usher and I'm from Los Angeles. I'm a Belizean American filmmaker and an emerging director and DP.
Yes, amazing. So back to like when we met, at the film festival and everything, it's already kind of hard being like a black female in LA because everybody's trying to make it. Everybody has that go-getter mindset and everything.
Yeah.
So how did you feel like, just coming to the festival, meeting new, females and everything of color and everything? Like, did you feel like you were comfortable? Like, what was your transition, just entering the room?
I thought it was beautiful because there were so many people that looked like us, and not only being black women, but being young black women, and just being centered like in that space with other filmmakers, trying to get our projects out there and our voices heard. And that's where I met you.
Yeah, so it was so crazy because it was just like a vibe. I remember
at the end too. It was
we were like right at the end. Yeah. I remember it was also a couple other girls too. Mm-hmm. I remember. I think it was like Desney and Monica. Two other girls or whatever, and she was like, "Hey girl, I can tell you're not from here. We from the DMV area, but hey, we got a group and we going out to a bonfire tonight."
And you came.
And I came. The thing is, like, I was so scared because you got to be careful, especially out here. And I'm like, I don't know them.
I know, we just met you like 3
I'm like,
hours
I literally
before.
just met you 3 hours before, and y'all already trying to invite me out to go,
right,
hey,
to the beach.
So I'm like, should I really do this or whatever? But no, I'm glad I came because just seeing you guys in the moment, I felt comfortable. And you really don't meet a lot of genuine like black females like that, or just females in all, in general, whatever. You just have to be careful who your circle is or whatever. So I'm just glad that we met and then we connected, and it's really good because we all do something like in the entertainment industry and in film too and stuff like that. Yeah. So just from the start of you just, being from LA and everything and just, just elevating in your career, who were the people that stayed in your corner?
Honestly, it was something that I just had to pursue on my own.
Really?
Yeah.
Why though?
I guess coming from like a Caribbean family, it's not like a conventional career.
Do you feel like with that background, do you have to be independent?
I was raised to be independent.
Okay.
My grandmother and my mom, even though my grandma was married, she was very independent. And she would tell my grandpa all the time, you got
to do what you got to do.
Right, like she's the boss. She's the head of the house.
Yeah.
But
I get that though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I am, but I'm learning to like find my community. So I don't have to be on my own. And I think in the film space and like meeting other women like you, you don't have to chase this by yourself on your own. Like you have people that you can ask questions, ask for support, help each other on each other's projects, all of that.
So do you feel like it's a lot of weight, just being independent and everything and just working towards stuff like that?
It is, because you're like, am I gonna make it? Am I wasting time? Is it gonna take me 15 years before I get my big break? But I think the passion and the drive is what pushes you to keep going every day. And for me personally, seeing other young people that are in these head key roles, that are directors, that are DPs, that are screenwriters, like you don't have to wait until you reach a certain like age to pursue your career or really just be successful at it. Like you can really do all of that now.
You can really start now, because I even see like people that's like younger than us, and I'm like, you already directing,
right? If I would have known, if I would have started
for
sooner.
Sure. Like even just like getting into that and everything, I feel like a lot of people get discouraged about like, should I put this out there? Is this going to be good enough? But you just got to go for it. Like even moments like this, like me trying to put together well, not trying to, I did.
You did.
I put together the podcast, but it's just like I was hesitant, like, am I going to be able to, like, you know, provide the information that people can, you know, connect to? Is this going to be enough? Are they going to get, you know, something from it? You know, are they going to like it? You know, just from the outfits to, like, the presentation or whatever, you know?
But look at the outfits and the presentation.
Thank you, Boo. But, like, no, seriously, but when you said that, what is, like, the most thing that has inspired you the most to, like, you know, get into that?
I think my desire to just change my life. My previous job, I just wasn't happy there. I just felt like I was living to survive.
What was your previous job? Let me
my
put you
last
on this spot.
you know, it was just, you know, a couple odd things, but my last, like, actual job, I worked, like, at the mall at Victoria's Secret.
But you have to have those jobs to, like, find your foundation. You know, you have to get money, you have to save and everything.
Yeah.
So for you to do that and to be where you are now, that's major props, because a lot of people be prideful. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I want to be a director, but haven't set the foundation to where they need to be, you know, to prepare for stuff like that. So I feel like everything happens for a reason.
So I don't know. I just remember waking up and just being miserable, not enjoying my life. And, like, if I had a shift,
I feel that
like, my
much.
shift could be at 6 p.m. and I would wake up at, like, 7 and be like,
I
irritated all day because I know I have to go in. And it just wasn't, like, a great environment for me. Not that it was horrible, like, I enjoyed the people, but just the actual, like, experience of the job. I just knew, like, I didn't want that to be my life long term.
Yeah, I actually got moments where I had jobs and stuff like that, and I was just like, why am I doing this? Like, this is, I can't be content. Like, even me, because I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Back at home when I was saving up to come out to California to live in LA, I did not want to do those, you know, just those mediocre jobs. I'm like, I cannot see myself being here doing a 9 to 5 every day. I got to be my own boss. I know what I want to do. I know who I am, and I know what I want to do for long-term career or whatever. So, but I just had to realize, like, that's the process of just, like, you know, just preparing for your future. You know, I feel like every job that I had, I learned something about myself, regardless if it was, like, structure, foundation, you know, commitment, teamwork. It's always something to what I'm putting into my, you know, my empire, my creation, and what I want to do, and everything like that.
Everything's a lesson.
No, for sure. So let me ask you this, like, what is one of the special projects that you have worked on so far, like, you know, just being in your career right now, or where you at right now?
A special project. I think my first, like, set experience, which was a film on Netflix called Me Time. And I think I'm kind of spoiled for having that as my first experience.
That's dope. Netflix, though?
Yeah.
Like,
and just having, like, you know, black cast and, you know, a lot of different black people in the crew, which isn't, it's getting common, but, you know, there are some sets that we're not really seeing, or we're not really there. But and just to, like, see the people that I looked up to or watched as a kid, like, in a way coming to life on set and being like, wow, like, that's really Regina Hall. You know, that's
seriously.
really Kevin Hart. Like,
so how was it working with, like, you know, mostly, like, black people? Because, like, even for me, like, working on film projects and stuff like that, no shade, but it's been, like, you know, predominantly white, you know, white men, white women, you know, taking charge. But seeing black people, black women, black men come together to create a film that can be, you know, #1 on the charts on Netflix, how was that? Like, was it kind of like, I never seen this before? Was it like, this is powerful? Like, how did that feel?
I felt comfortable. But honestly, I knew about it. Obviously, it's something that's discussed often, but it was until I left that job and went on to other sets and I realized, like, how special that was for that to be my first experience. Because, you know, it started to be like, I'm the only one, you know, or there's only, like, a handful of us, compared to, you know, having the producer, which is, like, Kevin and his team, and, you know, just that support, and just having them be, like, in my opinion, iconic figures.
Right, they are.
Regina
like,
Hall
Regina Hall and Kevin Hart. Like, I was just going to ask you, how was it working with Kevin Hart? Because, you know, he's supposed to be the funniest man alive.
He was. Honestly, I would just look at him in awe and think, like, I don't know how you're doing this. Because while we were working on Me Time, I think he had, like 2 or 3 other movies released. And he had, like, his show. Air and like just a bunch of different projects, and like I really think he's one of the hardest working men in Hollywood, because I don't know how he's so on point. I don't know how he memorizes all these lines, and just like, because we would have long hours, long days, and he would be there.
Yeah, shooting is like 12 hours, right?
And for you to have multiple movies come out at the same time.
And to think that you have to memorize all those lines and everything, like, people don't know that's a lot of hard work. Like, being on set all day, hair and makeup, memorizing your lines.
And his roles require a lot of energy.
Yeah, so like that's a lot, you know, for sure. But I can only imagine. But no, that is wonderful just to see, like, you know, those icons just in front of you, working with them, and then be able to have your name on those credits. Like, for sure.
It just made me like push harder to get into the department that I wanted to, and just know, like, I want my name higher in the credits soon, you know, which is gonna happen
for sure. It's already happening. Yeah, it's coming. So real quick, I want to transition to a little game called This or That, and I want you to kind of just answer, just like, which one would you rather do? Okay, so let's get into it. So first, you know, I gotta ask you, LA or New York?
I'm an LA baby. So
LA? Why LA? Are they like, you don't like, you know, going to New York every now and then?
I think New York is amazing because there's just such like a mixture of different like cultures, but it's a lot going on. But like, I'm from LA,
right? So you gotta rep LA.
Yeah, like I can't just diss my own city.
Right, that is true. Okay, so you know my show is called Coffee, so I gotta ask you, how you like your coffee, iced or hot?
Honestly, I was such a kid. I just started drinking coffee like a month and a half ago.
What?
When I was working in the office, like on a production.
Yeah.
Because I was a kid. I was drinking like chocolate milks and stuff.
Chocolate milk?
Yeah. Girl, or frappuccino.
No, you got to transition to the big drinks. Yeah, coffee. I mean, for me, like, I only drink iced coffee, but like, you would never catch me drink black coffee or like hot coffee or something like that. That
People
is disgusting.
That do that are built different.
Yeah,
like,
but no, definitely.
But it's healthier though that way.
It is. But when I the first time I taste, I was like, what the heck is this or whatever. But no, iced coffee is definitely my go-to.
I try not to drink coffee a lot because I'm the person that has to like drown it in sugar, and I'm like, this is not healthy.
Like, can I get extra sugars, extra creamers,
right,
extra
syrup, caramel, all that.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It don't even taste like coffee once I'm done, which is bad.
Right? But no, seriously. So, heels or tennis shoes?
Ooh, tennis shoes. Because let me tell you one thing about it.
What?
My shoes are coming off the minute my feet hurt. Like, I don't care where I am.
For me, I'm gonna be ready for both. You know, I'm gonna have the heels on, and then we're gonna get those tennis shoes after.
Right.
No,
I think
sure.
Good sneakers though are nice.
Yeah, it has to be like fresh. You know,
like
sneakers.
The whole fit.
Yeah, like fit got to be dripped out with the white. You know, right? Even like the classic Air Forces that never go out of style. Just a clean, nice pair of white Air Forces.
I don't know if it's because
never
I'm from
disappoint.
LA. I like Cortez too.
So you would never do like the black ones?
What?
Air Forces.
What do I look like? I'm gonna rob a bank? No.
No, because it's so funny, because back home in Missouri, they be literally like repping like the black Air Forces and think,
where do they go?
They think they got the drip on. Just to the club or something, or just to the store, like, I'm just gonna go get Chick-fil-A and some black Air Forces.
Air Forces in the club is wild.
Hey, it's, you know how every city has their own different style and everything, so I feel like
LA is the Chucks.
Like, oh my gosh, speaking of that, LA is so tacky. I have to call you guys out, because even like with me, like dressing up and going out, and I be like, not even to compare, but I just see people just like looking at me, and I'm like, am I good? Like, is something wrong? But they be like, I know you not from here just by the way you dress.
We be chilling.
I know, but the thing is, like, you guys just put on literally like, I don't know, shorts and a crop top.
It's the weather. It's the weather.
Okay, but it's like 40 degrees outside right now. But they would still like wear that though, whatever. But for me, I feel like I put a lot of like passion and a lot of like, you know, creativity into my looks and stuff like that, because I feel like your outfits define who you are, and it says a lot about your personality and just, you know, how you want to carry yourself. So like,
I'm glad you take pride in your looks, for real.
Thank you.
But you're also like a fashionista though.
Thank you. I feel like ever since I was little, I always, you know, just like even in high school, you know how everybody had their like their little ugly phase or like transition or whatever, but I always had like my signature look for me, you know. Like, even when I was just telling you in the car, like, I did like the whole little Rihanna chop. Believe it or not, I had my hair cut with the sides, the little fade, the little curls and everything, but it was a moment where like I always just had like a signature look and everything. But what's your signature look, if you had to like, you know, describe it in one way?
I feel like I don't like that it's my signature look, but a lot of my friends and even my childhood photos, a puffball. Like
that's cute. The natural look is really cute. Even us rocking the natural look right now, like I have dreads and you have your little silk press going on and everything, and that's like beautiful. Because I feel like a lot of people think like, oh, you need like weave and lace fronts and all that, but no, like it's even the puffball. Even if you would have brought off the puffball, you still would have slayed it. So, yeah.
I don't know. When I have the puffball, I've been feeling like 12. I like
no, because like if you like the edges down, have like the little hoops, and if you dressed it up like really nice, I don't think nothing wrong with a puffball.
I think it's cute, but I'm just like, you know, sometimes certain hairstyles on you like.
Yeah, I know. I have my moments. I think before I locked up with my hair and everything, I feel like my go-to was braids. But anytime I had anything else than braids, I feel like I was like, you know, I mean, I can pull it off, but I just felt more comfortable in my braids because I know braids last longer, you know, and it's just, it looks better, it goes with everything, it's more clean versus like if you have like a fresh sewing or something like that, you got to worry about your leave out, maintenance, even if you have little curls, like, you know, you got to go retie your curls or something like that. So I always just was the go-to the braids. I always just went straight to it with the box braids and kept it pushing.
Mine is just a bun. I'm lazy. A bun. I stick my head in the shower.
I was telling you about that. Even in the car, you was like, you don't wear a scarf or a bonnet. Like, how could you ever? Am I gonna be
disowned by the black
She is like, I don't know no female that doesn't at least wrap their hair at night. Like, even for me, I still wrap my dress because one, I like to keep my hair in maintenance and I don't want any lint and I want to keep it nice. But you, that's
I don't know where my scarf is when I go to the house. I'm about to be like.
No, I get that, but that's not good because your hair is so beautiful and you want to keep it maintenance. So like, you have to bring out the scarf game. I can't let you do that no more. Somebody's gonna love me. Like if you spend a night, I might just put a scarf on your head for you.
That is love.
No, seriously, because I'm like, this hair looks too good for it to be messed up.
Right. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing. Yeah. Like my hair would take so long for me to do myself. Before when it was longer. Yeah. It would take me like 5-6 hours just for me not to wrap it, and then I'll just be like, well.
It's only gonna take a couple seconds, I promise. Like,
I'll wrap it like the first 3 days and then I'm over it. I'm like, all right.
See, I can't like even for me when I go get my hair done, it's like it's wrapped from start to finish, and then like it's times where like I do let it breathe and stuff like that, but I'm not about to go to sleep just bareheaded. Like I can.
That's me.
Yeah, it's too much. Like, too much of a risk. So look, let me ask you this: are you a call person or a text person?
Neither, for real. But if I had to pick one, call. I prefer calls.
I'm the same way because for me, I like
no one does it. That's why I would actually prefer.
That's crazy because like for me, I just stick to like voice. Like I was telling my voice messages, so everybody's gonna get that. Like even on my DMs, you don't get a voice message. But I am still a call person. Like even me and my mom, like we talk on the phone like literally 5 times out the day. She'd be like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, I just talked to you like 5 minutes ago.
That's so cute. Honestly, I don't even know why I have all this unlimited on my phone. I don't even use it for real.
But no, you have to like just start calling people or just even tell your mom.
I feel like people are like, if I call somebody, they're like, hello, like, why are you calling me? So I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna call you again, period. But we're gonna DM. I DM a lot.
Yeah, like, DM. Yeah. But like DM, like, I mean, that's useful, but like you said, just call. But no, I feel like it just depends on the person because a lot of people like to FaceTime too. But
okay, the
unknown FaceTime calls, unannounced. Yeah. Yes, like you have to give me like
you don't know what I'm doing with my life.
You don't know what I look like.
Right. You don't see the ceiling.
Yeah, like
the corner hit the corner of the face.
I'm forever that person like or they be up at the wall. They be like, "Why only can see your forehead?" I'm like, look,
right,
because I'm not prepared. You gotta give me 10 minutes in advance. And they be like, "So you're not a FaceTime person?" It's like, no, you just need to update me.
Holding the phone is a lot.
It is.
Like you got a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then too, like to sit it down. It's like I have to take the time out of my day just to sit the phone down
and the angle
and to make sure. But the thing is, FaceTime be like really exposing you like a lot. So you might be thinking you looking good in one area, but then like up close,
your face is enlarged on their phone. You don't even know.
You don't look like you be have something right here and it just enlarged. You're like, oh, you think you popping your shit? Like, no. Try again, homie. Like, nah, I'm good on that. But definitely just start picking up the phone. And be like, hello, hey. I'll answer to you.
Okay, period. Because we be talking for a while.
When we be on the phone, we do talk for like 3 hours. Like we haven't talked like in years. It's crazy. Okay, So I'm gonna ask you like two more. So are you a homebody or you like going out?
I was a homebody.
Okay.
But now I'm trying to be outside more. But when I'm outside, I'll be like, why did I come outside? I want to go.
I feel that though, but like, but why though? Like, okay, because for me, like, I have my moments where like I like being in the house. I like having my me time, my self care. But then like, you know me, like when we go out, and like especially when we go to the club and stuff. Like I'm gonna do my little two stuff. We gonna have a good time. We gonna grab some food. I'll be voguing like, cause I just want to just have a good time and just live like it's the last or whatever. Yeah. And we in LA, like why not just dance in the middle of the floor?
But you're an extrovert too.
Yeah, that is true.
And I also have social anxiety.
But you have your moments though where you're like really sweet, and then like once you get comfortable, you react. Yeah, you like react and like and show out and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I don't know. It depends on where we're going for me and the type of event. Yeah, like I like more interpersonal type of intimate settings rather than like party scenes. Yeah,
because like even when we do our kickbacks and everything, those are always nice. Everybody's just so peaceful.
I know. I always want to talk about everything. I always want to hear how everybody's doing.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, hey, how was that trip? Like, a year ago.
Yes, and food, snacks, food, all that. The beach.
Got big on drinks. Got really big on drinks. I'd be like, where the wine at?
Ooh, not me.
What you call the girls or whatever? I'm
the
like,
girls. They're not coming outside.
The girls. So, would you rather have like your own foundation of like having your own business, or would you be content with like working for somebody else? If it's something that you love to do.
I'd rather have my own business. But I know that's very stressful being an entrepreneur, but like Nipsey said it best, like ownership is key.
No,
like,
for sure.
So, and just being on, someone else's schedule, dealing with other people's personalities, like having to be tolerant of things that you don't really want to be tolerant of.
No, like I get that for sure, because I feel like when you're working for somebody else, like you're under their time, you're under like their rules. You have to go by what they say. Like even us just working, like when we like doing PA work, when we work in film, like we on the clock, we're doing 12-hour shifts. We have to do what they say, do errands and stuff like that.
I think it's good to work for a company if you enjoy like the background of and what's it called? Their values. If you enjoy their values, like you just have to make sure it's the company that you enjoy and that you enjoy the people and that they don't, take their leadership role way too serious. Like I know we have a job, but also like we're humans.
Yeah,
like people make mistakes and there's room for error and there's room for growth. So I think if you work for a company that upholds that, it's great. But I think ultimately I do want to step into being my own boss in some capacity and experience.
For sure. No, that type of like power is so amazing. But even like I get what you're saying about like, working for somebody else if you're enjoying it. Yes, like even for me, like because I work at TMZ and everything, like but like I'm blessed for that opportunity and everything, and I'm learning a lot, and I'm so grateful because that's like one of my dream entertainment networks to work with. Thank you. And like even me working there, like I love it, and it's a blessing like I said, but I cannot be content with just working underneath somebody like that, because like even the people that I work with, they're like, I've been here for like 15 years. I'm like, 15 years? I'm like, because for me it's like I see myself wanting to do so much more, and I have a vision, I have a mindset, and I know my goals and my ambitions that I want to do and I want to conquer. And just being settled to doing you're doing something that you love, but like being in that same like company for that long, that's like time that you can be elevating yourself and building something, just like even with this, like building something to get to where like, to get something like that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a hit or miss, but I feel like you can enjoy it and you can do that, but don't be too comfortable. I always tell people don't be too comfortable because it's always room for improvement, for sure. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, no, for sure. So let me ask you this. So what's your advice of the day to the people? We gotta let them know something, a little something.
My advice of the day is to respect your ideas. I feel like often we're our own harshest critic, and sometimes we'll count ourselves out before anybody else does, and we won't even try.
I love that.
So I think, and there's so many like, for example, if we say films, there's so many films that people are like, that wasn't good, but it got made because somebody had the idea and somebody had the drive and the motivation to do it. You know what I mean? So I feel like even products. Like if you watch Shark Tank and you're like, what?
Girl, I be
Like-
watching so many movies. I be like, what the hell is this? Like, y'all really making stuff like this? Like, it's people that actually has like real talent and has like really have stories that needs to get out. But it's stories like in movies, no shade, but like films that's coming out like that. When, like, say for example, if you have something that's really like really good that can be brought to theaters, like that should be the work that's going into Netflix, not no movie about no turtle being kidnapped. But like,
Yeah, I just think, like, honestly, there's room for so much, and I think especially for us, and it's harsher on us for being like Black people and for people of color, that we just feel like everything that we put out has to be perfect and great. And it's like, no, like there's room for improvement, there's room for growth, and there's an audience for everything. So, you know, just respect your ideas, don't be too harsh on yourself, and just be willing to like explore things.
yes,
Because I'm a perfectionist myself, so I'm like, if I don't know how to do this entirely,
perfectionist.
like, I don't, it's like, no, like, and that's something that film put me into, like my vulnerability, just because, like, especially pursuing camera, it's like I don't know everything, like I don't know the gear, I don't know, you know, set etiquette, and I just have to be vulnerable and be willing to make mistakes and learn that way instead of just being prepared all the time.
Because that's okay, because that's how you live and you learn, and that's how you create things.
And everybody starts somewhere. Whenever I mess up, that's what I think. I'm like, everybody starts somewhere. Like, nobody came out and just knew everything and didn't make a mistake.
Right.
Like, no.
Because I remember you telling me just like looking up to like Issa Rae and this and everything. You know how many times she got rejected and everything, and just to see her like who she is now and everything. You know, even with Insecure and stuff like that, like that's stuff that we should be looking towards and like, you know, help going towards and everything. And I feel like projects like that just is out of the waters and everything. But yeah,
I just want to say, Issa, I'm obsessed. Okay. I love Issa, especially being from LA.
She the GOAT. Like, and I feel like she has a spirit that's like so like amazing that people want to be around her and just work with her. Like, even seeing her through camera, it's like I feel you on that. Or like even just watching some of her episodes, it's like I get what you mean, you know?
Yeah.
Like even like, you know, like you watch Insecure, of course, and everything when it was airing and everything. Just her just being in the mirror, like vibing, prepping for the day. Like, hey, I'm finna do this.
It's
I'm finna do that.
relatable.
Yeah, it's relatable. Like, because people really don't see those hidden, like, you know, moments of your life. But like we actually do that. Like we have to prepare. Because I sure be like, hey, we finna do this today, or like we finna get it. Like, cause you have to prep yourself like that, you know, cause you gotta be your number one champion for sure.
Honestly.
Yes.
Your advice of the day?
Ooh, girl. I would say my advice of the day is definitely priorities, and I feel like priorities because I feel like for me. And this is just for everybody in general. I feel like this is a year of accomplishments. The 2 months that we have left or whatever, I feel like this is the time to really cross off things that you had on your goal list for the beginning of the year.
Yeah, don't wait for the new year.
You know, for sure, because that's the thing. People always wait, like, oh, I'm going to do it the new year. No, do it now, because you'll keep having those attentions and, like, those excuses, like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to wait till next year. But, like, no, like, take the time to do it right now. That way you can move on, you can grow your list, and you can just, you know, get it done. Like, even me just creating this, I threw this off so much. I could have been started this, like, years ago. But I'm like, I'm going to start it. But then I actually just took the steps and moved towards it. And I'm like, let me just do it. Let me just go in the studio. Let me go in my bedroom, write a name out, write out a call list, write my vision and my expectations, and just getting it done. And it could just be small things too, like just going to the gym. Like, you want to, you know, a banging body for the new year? Okay, start working out. Go do you some sit-ups. Get on a, you know, on a healthy diet. Just stuff like that. But definitely priorities. And yeah, just fulfilling your accomplishments. Yeah, for sure.
Drops mic.
Yes. But you know, we got to cheers for our way out. You know, one more cheers.
I barely drank mine.
It's okay. But there you have it. That was our first episode of Coffee. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And thank you to my special guest host, Miss Kierra Usher. Till next time. See ya.